Business development coach for iFunnels, and I'm going to be taking you through today's workshop. Now, what you're about to learn today is something that can absolutely change your life if you decide to follow it, because you're going to have an opportunity to as we go through today's workshop. It changed ours, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly what we do. And when I say it changed our lives, it really did, and I'm not kidding you when I say that. It absolutely did. So we're going to show you that today as well, along with some other things. And as you can see in the background behind me, we've got some slides that I'm going to go through. So I'm not going to stay this size on the screen the entire way through. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. I'll do that in a moment. But so let me introduce myself first of all. So as I said, my name's Paul Brooks, and this is me down over here. As you can see, that's me there. And I am the online business development coach for iFunnels. So I spend a lot of time helping people build and develop their online businesses through various coaching methods and calls and workshops and Q&A sessions and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to talk more about that in a little while. Now, over here on this side, you'll be able to see it more clearly in a moment. This is JP Schoffel. JP is the founder and CEO of iFunnels. Now, let me tell you a little bit about iFunnels as well as a business. What we do is we build and develop enterprise grade marketing platforms. Okay, so that's kind of one of the things that we do. And then we also concentrate an awful lot on marketing education in terms of teaching people how to market online the right way. Okay, because there is a right and a wrong way to do it. And I'm going to illustrate that as we go through as well. And so that's really what today's focus is all about, is on marketing education. So I'm going to take you through all of that as we go through. And like I said, I'm going to show you our business. I'm going to show you what we do. I'm going to show you how it works, how it kind of gets put together, and also why it works as well. And this is the why side of things, is the sort of stuff that very rarely, if ever, gets taught. And I would go so far as to say is that it is almost $1 million secret, if not $1 million secret, because no one ever teaches it. Okay, so I'm going to show you it today so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let me make myself a little bit smaller. Before I do that, the slides are on my screen, this over here. So I might not be looking at the camera the entire time. I should be sort of looking around. So forgive me for that. But I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. So I should reappear up there in the top right hand corner. Hopefully you can still see me up here as we go through today's presentation. All right, so as I said, today what we're going to share with you is what successful online businesses do. Okay, and it's going to take about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer, just to go over that. And by the end of it, you're going to have a really good understanding of what you should really be doing online. And as you can see on the screen, on the slides here, I'm going to take you through a process where you've got an opportunity to make $1,000 commissions every time on autopilot as well. So and it all fits in really nicely with what we do. All right, so that's essentially what we're going to do today. Now, this is exciting stuff, guys, because you've got an opportunity to make $1,000 passively on the side if you want, or as your main income, with lots of other opportunities as well. So I'm going to talk you through all of that as we go through. Now, let's get stuck into the slides. Now, we've been doing this for a long time, so we kind of know how to do it right. We've been doing this for 15 years, so we know the right way and the wrong way to do online marketing and to build an online business. So to help me go through today's presentation, I'm going to use an agenda. So let me just change the slide. There we go. So that's our agenda for today. So we're going to talk about how to create a six-figure online business with a simple one-page system. And it is only one page that you're going to need to create. In fact, you don't actually have to create it, as you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. And second thing, then we're going to talk about the only but most overlooked skill that all successful online entrepreneurs use. And we all have it. But the people online who are failing actually don't use it, and they're perhaps not realizing that they've got the skill in the first place. So I'm going to take you through that as well. And then I'm going to talk about Traffic Alchemy, which is kind of our system in iFunnels that we use to turn paid traffic into unlimited free traffic on demand. So we're going to do that. So we're going to show you how to transfer, I suppose is the better way to say it. It's going to show you, as you can see on the slide there, how to transfer highly engaged and converting leads from the most respected publishing companies on the net over to your business, and then how to turn that traffic into, or those leads into free traffic, and as much of it as you want, whenever you want. Okay, so we're going to go through that as we go through, and I'm also going to be showing you some income slides as well. Because when you do what I'm about to show you, when you do it the right way, this is what actually can happen. So let me just show you some income slides right now. So there we go. Okay, I'm not covering the top one. That's fine. So now I'm not showing you these numbers really to brag. These numbers are a reflection of what we're about to share with you today. Because if you do what we're about to show you, this is entirely possible. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to happen overnight. You are going to have to put things in place, and you are going to have to do some work. Okay, so be prepared for that. But that's the reality of working as an online business. Okay, so you need to be focused. You don't want any distractions, and you need to be able to follow a proven system. And that's what we're going to kind of show you today. So this is kind of what happens then, really. If you look on the slides there, the highlighted one at the top, that's just over $4 million. And then over here on the right hand side, we've got one of our daily profit, which is sort of affiliate incomes that comes in. It's just over $1,000 there. So we have money coming in every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So even on Christmas Day and the holidays and things like that, we still have residual money coming in. So once you've got it set up and it's running, it does kind of run pretty much on autopilot. So you'll see that. Now, at the end of today's presentation, what I'm going to do is going to give you a very unique opportunity for you to come and work with us if that's what you want to do. I'm going to talk you through that as well as we go through. Now, what I'm talking about here is that we're going to be able to give you everything, and I mean absolutely everything that you need to have a successful online business without actually lifting a finger. Okay, so we're going to be showing you how to put it all together and provide everything that you actually need. All right, so that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit later on as well. And I'm also going to ask you for $14,528. Okay, now before you run for the hills and disappear on me, you're probably thinking at this point, well, okay, Paul, that's why on earth would I pay nearly $14,500 to you when you haven't really shown me anything? And that's a very fair question. But let me ask you this one. If I could show you how to create a six-figure business, okay, in your first year, a six-figure business online, would you pay me $14,528 for me to show you how to do that? Well, the answer to that is, if you've got that kind of money, then yes, of course you would. It just makes sound financial sense to do that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to ask you for that a little bit later on. But also, you know, some of you guys out there are probably thinking as well at this point, well, if you can show me how to create a six-figure business online, I'll pay you anything that you want, which is great. Thank you very much. But of course, we're not going to be asking you for anything like that as we go through. But what I do want to say, guys, is get ready, because what we're about to show you is how to do and how to create a six-figure business using cold, hard facts. Okay, and this is training that no one else is sort of giving out there, certainly not for free anyway. So this is exactly what we're going to get. This is exactly what I should say. This is exactly what I'm going to take you through as well, and what you can have if you decide that that's where you want to go. All right. So like I said, look, we've been doing this for a long time, over 15 years now, and we've been generating, I suppose, on average about $1,800 a day. And as I said, that's 365 days a year. And we have found the easy way to do it. And I want to start, before I kind of get into that, I want to flip this over a little bit, and I want to talk about, first of all, what doesn't work. All right. And now there's a reason for that. And the reason is that, you know, JP and I, we still see an awful lot of people doing it this way. Okay. And what am I talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is direct linking. Now, as I said, we see an awful lot of online business owners doing direct linking. Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about here. Direct linking really is, first of all, it's the hard way. And what I mean by that is you send somebody, a visitor, straight to a sales page. Okay, so you don't know anything about that person or anything other than the fact that they've gone from your link to a sales page, which is likely to be an affiliate link. Okay, now, yes, it can work occasionally, But it is such a hard way to build a profitable business, because there are other elements to an online business that you need to incorporate as well. And in fact, I would probably go as far to say that direct linking makes it practically impossible to build a profitable business online. So it's not the sort of thing that you really want to be doing. So now let me give you some ideas of exactly what I'm talking about here. This is why direct linking doesn't work. So you don't know anything about that person, absolutely nothing at all that you've just sent to the sales page. All right. So that's the first thing. Secondly, then you don't know what their problems are. Okay. And the sales page that you send them to might not, or probably doesn't have the answers that they're looking for, which of course means that they're not going to buy anything. So you're not going to make any money. And then on top of that, and you are probably aware of this already, is that very, very few people buy on their first visit to a sales page. I know rarely I do, and perhaps you're in the same boat as well. And that's especially online. So you've got to build that factor in as well. And of course, and what that means is, and you're looking at number 4 on there, is once you've sent them to the sales page, once you've sent them there, you've no idea what they did, and you can't talk to them about it because they've gone. All right. So you haven't captured any information and you can't follow up. So, it makes, as I said, building a profitable online business practically impossible. But, JP and I, we still see people doing this, a lot of people actually. And, the question then becomes is why do people do that? Well, they do it because they perhaps don't know that they need to have a conversion system in place that gives them information about the people that they've sent to the sales pages. That's the very first thing. And then perhaps they don't need to know that, or they don't know that they need to have a qualification system in place as well that tells them what people are looking for before you send them to a sales page. All right. And then, of course, they perhaps don't have a sales system that can tell them what those people did when they went to the sales pages. And then they don't have a communication system as well. As I've mentioned before, they don't have the opportunity to follow up with these people as well. In short, let me just say, I think to kind of summarize all of that, is that direct linking is very much a one-shot deal. And, once you've sent a visit to a product sales page where they either bought the product or not, and the only way you're going to find out is if you get the little email from PayPal or wherever saying that you've got a commission. But once you've sent them there, and you're not quite sure what they've done, they've actually gone forever. And you're never going to hear from that customer or potential customer again. So as I said, in short, direct linking doesn't build your business. So as you can imagine by now, you probably are aware that JP and I are not fans of direct linking. And so we're not going to do that. And our goal today is to show you, I suppose, the easy way of making $1,000 commissions over and over. So the question then becomes, so what does work? Well, what works to make $1,000 commissions over and over on autopilot? And that brings me really quite nicely into the first part of our agenda today. So let me change the slide. There we go. So what actually does work? Well, a simple one-page system. That is what works, backed up with good communication with the right people who we refer to as targeted traffic, that is completely automated. Okay, that is what works, and that's the kind of system that you need to be aiming for. And once you have one, actually, this system is so good, it's like hiring the best salesperson in the world and getting them to work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free. Okay, that's how good it is. And we're going to build this kind of system out for you. I'm going to show you live. And we're going to build a $1,000 commission system, as I said, for you live. It takes me just a few minutes, less than 10 minutes actually to do, so that you can see how simple it really is, and exactly what it kind of goes into the system as well. And I said, it'll take me a few minutes. All right, so let's just go through then what makes up a system like that. Now, let me just change this one again. There we go. Before I come to this screen, really, what I would like to say is that it really doesn't matter what you're selling or how much it costs. It really doesn't. And you'll never make any money if you're not attracting the right people. And who are the right people? Well, the right people are people who have a problem that the products that you're promoting solves for them. Those are the right people. So the first thing that you need to do is to find out what their problems are. Okay. And that's what then brings me to this page over here or this slide over here that you can see. So you've got to find out what their pain is, and I suppose that is the thing. In short, that's it. You need to know their pain. Okay. And once you know what their pain is, you can create a landing page like this one that we've got right here on the screen right now that captures their contact details so that you can follow up and talk to them. So this is kind of the opposite to direct linking now. All right. So this, as you can see on the screen right now, is what we call a painkiller page. So it says up here, I know your pain. I've got something that can fix it for you. All right, which is really good. So you create a painkiller page, or in digital marketing jargon, if you like, we call it an opt-in page. Now, it's a web page, as you can see, that is designed to collect a name or a name and email address, or just an email address. In this case, as you can see, it's got on there just an email address. So that's what we're capturing there. So that's kind of what we want. And of course, the good thing about this is that this is completely automated as well. So once you've built it, and this is the page that I'm talking about you building, once you've built it, you haven't got to worry about building anything else because it's already done for you. So people opt in, they subscribe to your audience and they join your list. And they've done that because they have a very specific problem that you have identified on your painkiller page, and you've addressed it on your painkiller page right there. So you know that the person who puts their email address in is absolutely going to be interested in everything that you have to say because you're offering a solution to their pain. Now, the key here is to be absolutely specific, all right? And that's key. You've got to be very, very specific. So specificity, if you like, helps your visitors to understand exactly what you're talking about and what you can do for them. So, for example, let me give you a sort of a basic example. If you've got a landing page saying something like, we can help you improve your sports skills as the headline. Now, if you were to say something like that, that's just way too broad, and you're not actually talking to anyone about any specific problems that they have. And if you get somebody to join your audience, they're not going to be very responsive because you don't know what their real problem is or how you can help them. And certainly they're not going to appreciate how you can help them because they don't know who you are yet. So, that kind of, hopefully that kind of makes sense, but let me show you exactly what I mean here. So let me just do this. All right, so I need to move myself down a little bit. Let me just move myself down. There we go. Okay, that'll do for now. All right, so what you can see on the screen right there are 3 landing pages that look very different, and they are targeting different audiences. Okay, so they're all promoting the exact same product, and they're offering a solution to a very specific problem. So let's go over these. This one over here. This one is targeting people who are talking about and who are curious about anti-aging. Now, that's the product that we're promoting here on these landing pages. So that's the first one. This second one is a totally different audience. We are now targeting and talking to older people, older single people who are looking for a partner. Okay, so a completely different audience, but still promoting the same product. And then this one down here, this one is targeting older women who are concerned about younger women taking their jobs and taking their man and all that sort of stuff. All right, so again, a totally different audience, but still promoting the same product. So these 3 pages, they have very specific problems and they talk to different groups of people in very specific ways. Okay. And once you've got people in your audience for those, you know that they're going to be interested in everything that you have to say because you're offering a solution to their pain or their problem. And that's what I'm talking about really when I mean being very, very specific. And that's kind of a marketing term really, is you're trying to find someone's pain, or you're trying to find their pain points. And the pain points that you find give you an opportunity then to talk to people in a very, very specific way, in a way that resonates with them, in a way that makes them really interested, in a way that makes them sit up and listen to everything that you actually have to say. So, and another marketing term for that, what we're talking about here is angles. Okay, so we're using different angles, as you can see on this page, and this page. On all 3 pages, there are different angles that we're tackling. So angles then, let me talk about those. Now, this is the stuff that no one ever talks about. All right, so angles is really important. So if you wanted to take some notes at this point, then you can by all means as we go through. But I'm going to kind of explain exactly what I'm talking about, because this is the $1 million secret. This is the stuff that doesn't get taught, okay? Because I think a lot of people actually don't know that that's what you need to do. Now, maybe you've experienced this yourself. Now, I know I have in the past. I've bought a marketing course that comes with a landing page, something similar, a landing page and a set of follow-up emails and all of that sort of stuff, which is kind of the standard affiliate marketing package when you buy into a course. The problem with those is, though, that the landing page that you get is generally completely generic. All right. It's not actually targeting or talking to anybody specifically. And, when that happens, there's no surprise that, you don't make any money, or the people that you do get on your list, because you will, the people that you do get on the list are non-responsive. They don't open your emails. They don't contact you. They don't talk to you. They don't buy anything. That's why, as an industry standard, as an industry average, the average open rate for emails is so low, that the average opt-in rate for landing pages is so low, because they're not specific enough. All right. So they're not using angles. And that's where the majority, and I would say probably 90% of people who do online marketing, if not more, certainly affiliate marketing, go wrong. All right. And what happens is their business fails. And that's a really terrible thing to happen. So it's hardly surprising so many people quit. So what we want to try and do is we want to address that. So I want to give you this training all about angles. So hopefully that little bit of waffle has given you a bit enough time now to get a piece of paper and a pen to take some notes as we go through. All right. Let me also say at this point that angles are so powerful. All right. And they absolutely get overlooked because, as I said, most people don't understand how to use them or how powerful they are. And actually these pain points or angles, which I'm going to refer to as from now, these angles, they actually solve all of your traffic problems as well, because when you know people's pain points, the pain points of your audience, they're really easy to find. They're all over the net. You'll find them on Facebook. You'll find them in forums. You'll find them in groups. You'll find them on Google. They are all over the place. So angles solve all of your traffic problems as well. And I'm going to talk more about that very, very shortly. So guys, what I want you to do is to understand that the use of angles is the $1 million secret. All right. Now let's get a little bit more specific. Let me give you another example here. This is a great slide. So let me just move myself up a little bit again. All right. Okay, so this is one of our flagship pages. This is our flagship yoga page, and it's been up for quite some time, and it's done extremely well. And actually, this is just a screenshot, but this is a video background as well with some music and all that sort of stuff. So it's a really nice page that's got congruency, and people generally love it. So it's a great page, and it's done very well for us. Now, if you look at this right now, if you look at the angle that we're talking about here, we're talking about energy, fitness, and flexibility. Okay. So we're going to be talking to those particular people, but we could really easily change the angle of this page by simply changing this headline to talk to a different group. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to think about all of the angles, the products that you're promoting, the benefits of those angles, what is it that people are actually going to benefit from if they were to buy that product from you? So you need to find different angles effectively. So how do you do that? Well, in a lot of cases, products will come with sort of a list of benefits as well. But if you're not sure, the simplest way to do that, to find them, is just to Google it. And that's exactly what I did. So let me show you them. So I just Googled the benefits of yoga. Let me just move myself down again a little bit. Sorry, guys. There we go. So that was all I did. I just Googled it and it came up with this whole list. There's 30 odd there. Now, I won't read all of them, but as you can see, look, improve flexibility, muscle strength, improve posture, protect your spine, lower blood pressure, heart health, and all that stuff. All that sort of kind of good stuff, really. So imagine if you change the headline on that yoga page. Let me just go back one. This headline right here, to talk to any one of the people who has any one of these problems on here. Do you think they're going to be interested? Absolutely they are, because you've identified a pain point and a benefit that them buying your yoga product gives them to help them with their problem. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. All right. So, as you can tell, as I said, I won't read through them all. And there's probably a lot more out there as well. And perhaps some even more sort of obscure, to drill down a little bit more. And that, that's absolutely fine. So the angle that you use targets your audience, and it tells you who they are. And then, of course, At that point, you can just go and find them online. As I said, they're on Facebook, they're on forums and all of that sort of stuff. And let's take, because I'm going to use blood pressure as the example, this here in a moment, just to kind of give you a sort of a better idea of what I'm talking about. But imagine where those people are. Okay, so they're going to be in high blood pressure forums, they're going to be on medical forums, they're going to be on Facebook groups, they're going to be on Facebook somewhere, they're going to be on YouTube. So there's tons and tons of people out there. When you know the type of problem that these people have, they're really easy to find. All right, so what I'm saying to you then really is all the traffic that you ever need already exists when you're talking to the right type of people. You just simply go and find them. So let me just kind of go through then with you what a simple system looks like first of all, and then we'll talk about changing the headline and all that sort of stuff. Because it ties in quite nicely with the traffic, which I'll talk about in a little while. So we got a traffic source. You go and find them. So on Facebook, on forums, on Twitter, wherever. Okay. And you send them to your Painkiller opt-in page, and they give you their name and their email address, or just their email address is absolutely fine. And they join your audience. From there, at that point, what happens is then they get added, as I said, to your email list, and they get sent out a series of emails. And in these emails, there are links in them to your sales page, which is the product that you're promoting, of course. And it doesn't necessarily need to be one. It could be a number of different products as you're going through the whole email sequence down there. Email sequences can be as long as you like. You can send out an email, every day for 6 months if you wanted to. Not a problem at all. That's a lot of people do that. A lot of really successful online business owners do that, but more on that in a little while. So you've got an email sequence there that talks to your new audience, the new subscriber, the people that are on your list, talks to them about their problem. Okay. And then you can recommend a product to them, which of course is the product that you are going to be making an affiliate commission on. That's it. So that's what it is. It's as simple as that. And it really shouldn't be any more complicated than that. Now I've seen, flow charts like these that have got sort of, pages veering off here, there and everywhere that just makes it extremely complicated and eventually impossible to manage. So what we've done is we've boiled everything down to the absolute essentials, which is what you can see on the screen right there. You need a traffic source and a Painkiller page to capture their contact details, a series of emails to follow up with them, and they all get sent to a sales page. And actually, the only page that you've created is this one right here, the Painkiller page. The traffic source is already there, and the sales page is created for you by the product's vendor that you're using. And that's it. That's exactly what we do. And what we do in this email series is we start building trust and rapport with the people on your audience. That's really important because they need to feel like you understand them, that you understand their problems. It's absolutely vital that you do that. And of course, then the problem is, how do you do that? Well, that brings me on quite nicely then to the second part of the agenda, which is, and let me move myself up again a little bit. There we go. Put myself up in the corner. There we go. So this is, as I mentioned earlier on, right at the very beginning, this is the one skill that all successful entrepreneurs develop and use. Now, we all have it, but as I said right at the very beginning, the people who are failing online, they're actually not using it, okay? And what am I talking about here? It's something that we all have, it's a skill that we all have, and it's communication. So what successful online entrepreneurs do is they open up communication channels with their audience. It's absolutely vital that you do that. So they've got an opportunity, and you'll have an opportunity to talk to them. Let me just say the internet at this point, and everyone is on it, they're looking to talk to people. They're looking for information. And that's exactly what the internet is all about. So if you open up communication channels and talk to people, they're going to be specific people, I should say, the target audience. They're going to be interested in everything that you have to say. Now, talking is a skill that we've all got, and you get better at it as you get older. The difference is that successful online entrepreneurs have developed it to build trust and rapport with very specific audiences to help them make sales online. All right. That's what they've done. So they've adapted the skill that we've all got to do exactly that and help them make money online. And when you think about it, and as I've said, the internet is just about information and communication. So if you take that skill and develop it to build trust and rapport and to engage with your audience, that's kind of the key thing here. What will start to happen is that people will start to realize that you have their best interest at heart, and you have something that can solve their problem. Okay. So how do you do that online? Well, it's really simple. You just send out a humble email. As you can, if you remember back a couple of slides ago, we were talking about when they join your audience, you send them out a series of follow-up emails. So that's all you do. You send out a humble email. Now, email is the most read channel on the internet. It's how people communicate. I get tons of emails a day, and perhaps you're exactly the same as well. And, you know, people open them and they read them and they engage with them and they buy from them. You may have done that. I know I certainly have bought things from an email that I've got lots and lots of times. And email actually, as a conversion system, it still converts sort of 7 times better really than any other communication channel that's online. And this is the one that we use, and this is the one that we're going to suggest that you use as well. Just use email. We're all familiar with it. We've all got an email address, so we've got an opportunity to use it and send emails out to their email addresses, the people in your audience, and that's how you build and grow your online business. But what we're not talking about just sending out any old email. Your emails need to be entertaining, they need to be educating, and they need to be engaging, as you can see on the screen right there. So they need to offer some advice or some education, because as I said, that's what people are looking for online. And when you send emails like that, they get opened and they get read because your audience knows that, as I said before, you have their best interests at heart. And that's what makes the difference. As I mentioned earlier on, the average open rate for an email series or an email to get open to the list that you've in your audience is somewhere between 5 and 10%. So if you've got a list of 100 people, which is an example in numbers I'm going to use shortly, 10 of them are going to open your emails, you know, and that's good in most cases because people use generic pages. They're not specific. They're not targeting or using angles. Okay. When you use angles, that changes. It changes radically, which I'll show you in a moment as well. Okay. And the good thing is as well, is that once you're sending out emails like that, you never have to sell anything. All right. Because you have created and built this trust and rapport with your audience. And all you end up doing then is recommending products to them that you know and that they know at this point is going to help solve their problems. So that's what you do. And that's the beauty of this system. It takes away the pressure and that thought of, oh my goodness, I've got to sell something, you know, because I'm not a salesperson. I've never been trained as a salesperson. I don't know the language that they use and the tricks and all that sort of stuff. I generally don't have a clue, but I know the people in my audience will buy from me because I entertain them and I educate them, and you know, I'm asking for engagement. I get them to reply to my emails and I reply to them. So we start a conversation, we start communicating, and that's what really works. Okay. So because the other thing is, and this is a bit of a cliche, but if you think about this, people like to buy, but they don't like to be sold to. All right. That's kind of logical really when you think about it. So that's exactly what we're talking about here. All right. So you're just recommending products. Now, the thing about that is to make sure that happens, what you've got to do is you've got to get the right people in your audience. You've got to get the right traffic. So we're talking about targeted traffic here, so that you've got the opportunity and you're giving them the opportunity to join your audience so that they get a chance to learn about the solutions that you're offering to solve their problems. So that kind of brings me on very nicely then to start talking about traffic. Which is the third part of the agenda that I sort of showed you a little bit earlier on. So in this section, I'm going to talk all about traffic. Now, you know, a lot of people will say, oh my goodness, how do I get traffic? How do I get people to my landing pages? How do I get people to join my lists? Well, you get people to join your lists by creating a very specific landing page that talks to a very specific audience in a very specific way. Talks to them about their problems and sort of teases them into the fact that you've perhaps got a solution to the problem that they've got. All right. So that's how you get them on your list. But what you've got to do is you've got to get people to your painkiller landing page first of all. All right. So how do you do that? And this is where, you know, a lot of people start getting, you know, start pulling their hair out and start getting really worried. So I'm going to show you what we do. So what I'm going to do is show you how we transfer highly engaged people onto our lists, and these leads are they're highly converting as well. And what we do is we get them from the most respected online publishing companies from all over the internet, and we get them, transfer them over into your business. Okay, that's the first phase. Then in phase two, so I've split this into two sections. In the second phase, I'm going to show you then how we turn that paid traffic into unlimited free traffic as well. All right. So that's what we're going to kind of go through in this traffic section. But of course, you know, you're probably sitting there thinking, yeah, but what about free traffic? What about traffic from Facebook and search engine optimization and, you know, all of that other kind of stuff as well? Now, if you can get free traffic, absolutely you should, and we recommend that you do. And in fact, we show you how to get free traffic as well. So not only you've got an opportunity to buy traffic, but you can also get free traffic as well. But there is a downside to getting free traffic. So I kind of want to go through that with you first of all. Before we sort of get into the paid traffic side of things. So these are the problems that you've got then with free traffic. The first one, and this is kind of key here, that you've got absolutely no guarantee of getting any traffic, any free traffic ever. There's no guarantee with that. That's the first one. The second one then is you have no idea when you're going to be getting your traffic, no idea whatsoever, and you have no idea how much traffic you're going to be getting. Now, you know, this is very much a matter of building a large responsive audience, because remember, not everybody unfortunately buys because they don't for whatever reason, and that's fine, that's perfectly normal, but we've got to continually grow and build our email list. So with free traffic, you don't know when people are going to come to your landing page, and you don't know how many of those people who do come to your landing page are going to opt in or whatever. Okay, you just don't know. That's what I'm talking about. And fourthly, the fourth one there, you can't manage, control, or scale up that traffic because you have no control of it. So what I'm saying to you is, at this point, because you have no information about when and where and if and how much you're actually going to get or how you're going to scale it, free traffic doesn't actually exist at all. And what ends up happening is you end up trading hours and hours of hard work, creating blog posts and blog commenting and going on forums on Facebook and on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest and blah, blah, blah. You spend hours and hours doing that, and you might get some traffic from those if you're lucky. So whilst free traffic is nice to have, because absolutely it is, you're not spending any money, professional marketers buy their traffic. Okay, so that's the first thing to get your head around. If you want to be professional, if you want an online business that grows and a professional business, then you are going to need to invest in it, which means you need to buy your traffic. Everybody does it. Every successful online business buys their traffic. Okay, for those reasons that you can see on the screen right there, it's guaranteed. You get it when you want it. You can control where it goes, and you can get as much of it as you want when you want. Okay, that's the fact about buying traffic. So in short, when you buy traffic, you control it. And that is, guys, what we do for a large part of it. As I said, we do get free traffic as well, but you know, the majority of our traffic we buy. And the reason that we do that is because we know we're going to get traffic. We know we're going to get people on our list, and we know we're going to grow our email subscriber list, and we know that we're going to make money from it. And paid traffic complements and completes that simple system that we talked about a little bit earlier on. Buying the right traffic almost ensures your success. Now, of course, there are risks when you buy traffic, especially when you first start, because you don't know who to buy it from and you don't know who to trust to buy it from. Okay, that's where we can come in, of course. Now, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to show you some resources as well as we go through. Now, very few, in fact, I don't know anybody at all who will share with you the truth about paid traffic. Well, I'm going to open your eyes. I'm going to share with you some numbers, and these are real numbers as well, that will tell you everything that you need to know about buying traffic. And then I'll show you how we do it. All right. So that's kind of what we're coming up to now. Let me just show you this one. So what most people do, what tends to happen when they start buying traffic, is they end up buying cold traffic. Okay. Now, traffic temperature is, I suppose, is a term that's bandied around, but essentially, cold traffic, on the traffic temperature scale, if you like, is traffic that comes from people who don't know you. They don't know anything about you. They don't know what you stand for, and they don't know what you're offering, and you have absolutely no relationship with them. That's cold traffic. Now, cold traffic is good if you can get those people on your list via your painkiller page, and then you can start to build that all important relationship with them via your emails. Okay, that's really important to do. So to make buying cold traffic worthwhile, you need to make sure that your painkiller page is absolutely highly optimized. So in other words, it needs to talk to them directly about their pain and their problem, and it needs to offer them an opportunity to learn about the solution to their pain that you're offering. All right. So it needs to be really well designed, easy to use, and I'm going to use this word again, very specific. All right. Generic pages, and I've said this already, don't work with cold traffic. They absolutely don't work with cold traffic. Don't even go there. All right. Now, if you think back to the yoga page that I showed you a little earlier on, that was very specific, and of course, it's done quite well for us. So what we do is we kind of recycle it really and talk to different audiences by changing the headline, targeting those benefits. If you remember that benefit list on there. So that's the subject, that's what I'm talking about here really with angles. And then you're talking to the right kind of people. All right. So those are the ones that you need to get. So, to talk about the true cost of cold traffic now actually as well, because cost is a major factor. Of course, everyone has to invest in their business. So cost is a factor. Now, even with a highly optimized painkiller page, cold traffic is actually quite expensive. All right. Because as I said, they don't know anything about you. So, you've got to convince them that you're the right sort of person to be talking to them. So when it comes to working out the true cost of cold traffic, you need to know how much each of your new subscribers is costing you to get them on your list. It's what we call the cost per acquisition. So I've got a couple of examples of that for you right here. Just take a look at these. There we go. Now, these are real examples, okay, of campaigns that we've run. These are the campaigns up here. So this one was on YouTube, on Facebook rather, and this one down here was on YouTube. And you can look at the numbers and work those out if you want to. But essentially, and this is actually an industry standard, that the true cost of traffic, as it turns out, is about $10 per subscriber. Okay, so cold traffic, $10, and you get someone on your list. All right, that is kind of an industry standard. Now, it does fluctuate a little bit, of course, but you're averaging about $10. Then once, of course, you've got them on your list, what you've got to do is start building rapport and trust by sending them those emails that I talked about before. And you need to send those emails out to them every single day. So it takes time to build trust and a relationship with them. And unless that is automated, that can be seriously hard work. Okay, so that's the first thing for you to realize, is that the average cost of a subscriber from cold traffic is about $10. So let's say, and this is where that 100 subscribers that I mentioned earlier on comes in. Let's say you get 100 subscribers, okay, and each of those has cost you $10. So far, your list has cost you $1,000. Pretty simple math in that case. Now, the industry standard for the industry average, I should say, for opening emails that I mentioned earlier on is somewhere between 5 and 10%. So let's take the higher number and let's just use 10%. So 10% of your 100 subscribers open your email messages, and that's 10 people. All right. So 10 people will open and read what you've sent them. So 10 subscribers. Out of those 100 people open and read your message, you've spent $1,000. Therefore, the true cost, okay, this is the true cost of a responsive subscriber acquisition, all right, getting a real person on your list who opens your emails and talks to you from cold traffic, is about $100 per subscriber. I mean, oh my goodness me. That's just not sustainable. I'm sure you can see that. You cannot possibly build a business just doing that. So there has to be a better way. There has to be a way that is not only sustainable, but profitable. And of course, the good news is that there is. So let me talk about that. So this is what we do. Okay, I'm going to show you how we do this. So what we do is we can get all of the traffic that we want for less than 1% of the cost of cold traffic, and it's warm traffic. So down here in the bottom right hand corner, we're talking about this middle section right here. So the hot traffic are buyers, warm traffic are interested people who are already interested and open to everything that you've got to say. And I'm sure you'll agree that those are the type of people who are more likely to buy from you. So where do you find these people? All right. Well, again, it's really simple. They are actually on someone else's list already. Okay. So what we need to do then is we need to legally transfer certified warm leads, as many of these subscribers as you want, in whatever niche that you want as well, over to your business for a fraction of what it costs to acquire cold leads. And that is Traffic Alchemy phase 1. That's what we do. So let me give you some examples then of places where we get this traffic from. This is quite important as well. Now, these are just a few. There are lots and lots more out there, but what I'm about to show you are places where and who have got big lists of people who are ripe for the transferring over to your business. And there you go. There they are on the screen right there. So we've got Newsmax, Self-Growth, Life Guru, Udemy, Natural News, and I said there's a ton of others in all sorts of different niches as well. So you're not short of traffic. That's what I said to you before. All the traffic that you need already exists. You just need to know where it is. Okay. So this is where some of the traffic is. All right. Now let's take one specifically, and let's take Newsmax to start with. So this is, and you can go and have a look at this. This is newsmax.com. By all means, go and have a look at it. Absolutely. But as you can see on the screen right there, they've got 1.2 million opt-in subscribers. That's a huge list. Okay. That's massive. And these are subscribers who care about their well-being, their health and their wealth and their lifestyle. And they are highly, highly responsive to offers that help support their privileged lifestyles. All right. So those are the types of people that you want to target, those 1.2 million people, and they are already warmed up and they are already interested. They are warm, interested traffic that you need. Okay. So that's it. So 1.2 million people sounds like an awful lot, and it is. It's huge. But obviously what we need to do is talk to specific people, which I've mentioned before. So on Newsmax, when you go and have a look, you can drill down into the email lists that they've got. As you can see a load of them on the screen right there. So we've got, what's it, Health Radar, Mind Health Report, Alternative. I'm not going to read them all, obviously. But now, do you remember earlier on, I was talking about the high blood pressure niche? Look at this down here. High blood pressure right here. That's why I chose it, because it's easy. 150,000 people on that list. That is a huge list. Can you imagine buying a list or building a list of 150,000 from cold people at $10 a pop? Have you got that kind of money? Oh, blimey. No. So we get it from lists that are already in existence. All right. So there we go. On Newsmax, they have a high blood pressure list that's got 150,000 people on it. You can't go wrong with that. So remember the yoga page that we talked about earlier on. If I changed the headline over to talk to these people specifically who have got high blood pressure with saying something like, well, let me think off the top of my head really here. Lower your blood pressure naturally without the use of risky medication. Click here to learn how. On the yoga page, it would obviously be much better than that, but that was off the top of my head. But you're changing the subject line, the headline, to talk to a very specific audience in that respect. I hope that kind of makes sense. And that's how you do it. And then imagine then if you've got, and you put that landing page, the yoga one that's now talking about high blood pressure, and that you've got a solution that gets rid of them using their medication and their risky medication and all that sort of stuff. How many out of that 150,000 people right here do you think are going to be interested? All of them, I think it's pretty safe to say. So that's why it's really important to not only have a very specific landing page that talks to a very specific audience, but you put that specific landing page in front of that specific audience, and then they're going to be interested immediately. And because they're already on a high blood pressure list, they are already warmed up. They are already looking for solutions that you can provide. Okay. And that's the difference. So how do we go about this? So this is something that we did on Self-Growth. Okay, so JP sent these guys an email here. So there is the first one. I won't kind of read it all, but essentially a full email blast of 225,000 people, a follow-up email, a spotlight on their homepage as well, and an 85,000 plus selfgrowth.com Twitter promotion. Fabulous. That's really good. Then we got this back. So thanks for getting back to me so quickly regarding the solo email blast. Yes, the promotions are dedicated. This is key here. Dedicated solo email blast, which only contains your promotional copy. Okay, so that's really important. Your landing page is great. We know it is. Excellent job. It's a great fit for Self-Growth, the audience. Now, the open rate, this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting here. The open rate range for a complete email blast is between 7 and 13%. So these guys are already bucking the trend. As I remember, I said the open rate is somewhere between 5 and 10%. They're already getting better open rates, which is good. And then the click-through rate from the links inside those emails is somewhere between 650 and 2,800 people. Okay, that's kind of, we'll use the top end figures. It's never going to be that high, obviously, but you know, it could well be. So what we do then is we then send out, you contact these people who send an email inquiring, they send back with all of the details, they give you all of their open rates and all that sort of stuff. So already you know what to expect. And this is why it's important to buy your traffic, because you can manage it, you can control it, you can know exactly what to expect. So it's really kind of important. So if we take this 2,800 people, for example, that works out to be less than 50 cents per subscriber acquisition, as opposed to the cold traffic of $10 that we talked about earlier on. And what we're getting this time is warmed up, interested people as subscribers, and that is how you build a sustainable and profitable business. So all you've got to do really is to find large publishing companies. So here's the list again. So we've got Newsmax, Self-Growth, Life Guru, Udemy, Natural News, and I said that is just a few of them. Okay, and these guys, they've already got hundreds of thousands of people who are interested in you know, lots and lots of different solutions. And the beauty of this method is that these guys from these companies, they are really happy to sell you their traffic and to send you leads. And that is almost unheard of. Very few people will do it this way, but this really, really works. And this is how we do it. That's the simplest way. We just go where the traffic is, and then we look for where the warm traffic is, and then we put our landing pages in front of it. That's what you need to do. All right. So that's how we transfer the subscribers over. So that's Traffic Alchemy phase 1. Now let's talk about phase 2. So for phase 2 of Traffic Alchemy, how do we turn this paid traffic into unlimited free traffic on demand? So with our system, this is where the magic happens. This is the magic really of the simple one-page system that I showed you a little bit earlier on. Now, based on our system and our experience, you're going to get on average about 40 subscribers, excuse me, each time you send 100 visitors to your Painkiller page. That's actually a lot higher than average, but that's our experience. Okay, then these subscribers are added to your email communication channel and they start getting your emails. That's the first thing. Now, here's the magic. All right. You can then send these subscribers as many emails as you want, and to keep them engaged, and you can send them to anywhere you want, any sales page that you want, as often as you want, to any of your affiliate sales pages. And you can just keep doing that over and over again, as I said, as many times as you want, which means each time you send one of your subscribers an email and it clicks on the link that you've put inside that email over to your sales page, that means that that subscriber who's gone to a sales page who could potentially buy, which means you earn a commission, is free. It hasn't cost you a penny. And that's the beauty of this. And of course, as I said, you can repeat this process over and over again as many times as you want. And that's how you drive unlimited traffic without paying any more money. Okay. It's really, really important that you kind of get your head around that. And that's Traffic Alchemy, really. That's how you can turn paid traffic into free traffic. And that's how we do it. And of course, now you know how that happens. And when you do it, this is what happens. Let me just show you these. Okay, I forgive the tap image. I really liked it. I couldn't help myself. So we're talking about numbers like these. Now, I showed you a couple of these a little bit earlier on, but this is from this same process that I've just gone through. We don't do anything different to what I've just showed you. That's almost $120,000 there. That's almost $360,000 there. That's $446,000 right there. Okay. Just from doing what I've talked about today. All right. That's it. So, I've got some more I want to show you as well. This one's quite important, actually, the average transaction value from each of your subscribers. So, you know, in our case, we're talking over $400, $436.96 is the average transaction value per customer. And the average amount that they'll spend is $799. That's amazing. And with this particular campaign, that was $120,000 right there. Okay. So that's exactly what we do. We don't do anything else other than, as I said, what I've just shown you. Okay, I've got some more. I'm going to talk about this over here in a moment because am I going to talk about? No, I'm going to talk about a different one in a moment. Actually, forgive me on that. I'm going to change the page in a moment. But here's some more numbers. We've got $84,000 there, $760,000 down here, and you can see there's plenty more on there. And this is money that just keeps coming in, and it's automated. That's the beauty of it. We just created that simple system that I've talked about. And it just happens, which is really nice. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Let me just move myself down a little bit. That's a copy of that one there is $120,000. But let me show you this over here. Do you remember earlier on I was talking about the industry average open rates and click-through rates inside of emails? These are ours. Okay, we've got 60% open rate there. Okay, remember the average is between 5 and 10%. We're getting 60%, which is huge. And then the click-through rate. So what I'm talking about there is the number of people, when you send out the emails, when they open them, those people who open those emails, how many people actually click on the link to the sales page? Now, industry average, about 2%. We're getting almost 40. So there's the difference. The difference actually is in how we communicate. The difference is in how we write our emails, how we send out our emails, what we put in our emails. Remember, they're entertaining, they're engaging, and they're educational, and people absolutely love them. And that's why we get open rates like that, because we are targeting very specific audiences with a very specific angle and talking to people in a very specific way. That's why we get these open rates that nobody else in the industry does. It's huge. Here's another one. This is JP's car. It's his old one, isn't it? He's got Mercedes now. So we've got $3,500 there, almost $5,000 there. And these are daily amounts of money that are coming in, which is, fabulous. All right. So this is an overview now of the simple system that we've got. So this kind of rounds it off. And the only extra bit that I've added is that we buy the traffic. Okay. So you buy the traffic. So you find it where it is. So Udemy, Life Guru, Newsmax, etc., and other places. Then you send that traffic through an email blast, for example, to your Painkiller opt-in page, and they put in their email address and their name and all that sort of stuff. So they join your audience, and then you send out a sequence of emails. So this is your communication channel here, and you talk to them about the problems that they've got. So you're empathizing, you're entertaining, you're engaging people and educating them as well. And then in each of those emails, there's a link through to a sales page. All right. And of course, remember earlier on, as I said, very, very few people buy the first time. Some do, most don't. People need to see on average a message, a link between 5 and 6 times really before they'll think about clicking on it. So you put all of those in your emails. So they get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc., etc. follow-up emails, giving you much more opportunity for them to click on your links into your sales pages. And that's the system right there. It's very, very simple, not complicated at all. All right. Now, I want to talk about a problem here that most people will have, this is a problem that most marketers have online. You may be aware of this. But most affiliate marketers, when they're out there, they will buy, or rather they will be marketing products that they will get a commission of somewhere between $7 and $17. That's kind of like almost an average, really. So, if you think about that, if you want to make a real living, a sustainable living online of, let's say, $5,000 a month, how many $7 or $17 products do you think that you need to sell every month just to make $5,000? Okay, just $5,000. All right, you don't have to do the maths. I've done it for you. So here we go. Let me just move myself down a little bit so I'm out of the way. There we go, down the bottom. Okay, so here you go. These are the maths right here. So you'll need to sell 10, 17 products, $17 commission products every day, 7 days a week. Okay. That's 300 every single month. So by now you're already feeling the pressure. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of sales. It is. And it gets even worse. If your average commission is $7, which is what most people are promoting, $7 products, you've got to do 24 a day, 7 days a week for over an entire month at 720 sales every month. That's huge, guys. I mean, can you imagine the pressure you're going to be feeling of trying to sell 720 products every month just to make $5,000? That's just ridiculous. That's just crazy. So how do you get around that? Well, what you've got to have are high ticket products. And this is where the $1,000 commission structure comes into play that I talked about right at the very beginning. All right. So $1,000, that's really a much better sale. So with access to hours, because we've got one as well, that we use, access to our 1,000 high ticket commission program. All you need to do is to sell 5, just 5 a month, and that's $5 grand a month. Okay, so every time you make a sale, in fact, you don't have to make the sale, we do. You get $1,000. Simple as that. You need to do 5, just 5 a month. Okay. And you're talking about 60 grand a year, which I think in the US is kind of like sort of average. In the UK, that works out to be around about sort of 40,000 pounds a month. So, you know, you're looking at a pretty decent living in that respect. Okay, so that's what you need to be thinking about. You need to have access to a high ticket product. Now, that is a problem for an awful lot of people. Most people will have to jump through hoops to get access to a high ticket product that makes, you know, making a decent living online feasible. Okay, so that's something that you need to be thinking about. All right, so if you're making $5,000 a month, then so you know, what do you do then? Do you take the money? Do you spend it on a car payment or a house payment or something like that? No, you don't. You reinvest it, some of it anyway, and you get more traffic. And then what you do is you make 9 sales a month. Okay. You make 9 sales a month. You know, that's not even 2 hands. That's 9 sales, 9 sales a month. That's a 6-figure business. Just 9 sales, none of your 300 or 720. That just blows your mind. We're talking about 9 sales a month. That's it. Okay. Now, as long as you've got the right system and of course the right traffic in place, I'm sure you can see how you can build quite simply a 6-figure business. And it is really quite simple. So what we have is we have a platform that creates these high ticket commission systems for us. And the good thing is, as I mentioned earlier on, is it's all automated. And, you know, with just a few clicks, you can have a business that's making $1,000 commissions in running in a few minutes. And I'm going to build one for you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. And you don't have to write anything. You don't have to create any content. You don't have to worry about hosting or design or email copy or third-party autoresponders or tracking. You don't have to sell anything either. That sounds ideal. So, and it works really well. It's really, really profitable. So, what I'd like to do is to show you this system, and I'm going to build it for you. I'm actually going to come off presenter mode here because I need to go online. Let's see if I can do this. I don't want to exit. I just want to come off. Okay, so here we go. Right now, this is the slide that we've just left. All right, so what I need to do is I'm going to log into my iFunnels account. Now, this takes just a minute or two longer because I'm sharing screens, guys. So forgive me while I just kind of log in so you can see. Now, this is completely fresh. I'm going to do this live so you can see exactly how this works. Because as I'm sharing screens, it will take a little bit longer. And I'm talking you through the process as well. Of course, once you know how to do it, it's relatively simple. So let me just log in. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It is very, very, very simple. All right. So, and I've also switched off my camera while doing this so that you can focus on the demonstration. So you won't see me on screen for the next couple of minutes, but I'll turn it on again once I've shown you how easy it is to set this system up. Now, before I show you how easy it is to set up, I want to talk a little bit about why this works. Now, what I'm about to tell you is something that no one wants you to know about, and for good reason, and I'll get to that in a minute. But right now, you're probably wondering what this $1,000 commission system that we have, that we can build in just a couple of minutes and completely control ourselves, is all about. And especially as it doesn't involve selling or creating any content. And I suppose simply because of that alone, it's an amazing system. So what I'm about to show you is our own twist on what is one of the most profitable online business models out there. And I'm going to use my whiteboard to do this. So just let me pull this up. All right, so what I'm talking about is what's called, let me get my pen up. There we go. A high ticket webinar funnel. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. High ticket webinar funnels. Let's make it funnels. That's better. Now, what that means is, if you can imagine this for a moment, you find someone who's selling maybe an information product. Okay, so they've got an information product that they want to sell, and they're going to be selling it for around about $2,000 and maybe a bit more. Okay, so the way they do that is they do it via a webinar. So let me just draw a webinar screen so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So here's your webinar screen, and people sit and they watch the webinar. And generally speaking, what it is some kind of webinar free training. Okay, so you get a lot of people on the screen watching exactly what's going on. What happens then from this free training, so let me just put that on there as well, because this is the normal way of doing things. Okay, so you're invited to a free training session, and during that free training session, you are then offered at the end a $2,000 product. That's normally what works, and that's normally how it happens. And that's it, I suppose, webinar funnels, high ticket webinar funnels in a nutshell, really. Now, let me just move this up a little bit. Now, I can hear most of you saying, okay, that's great. And, you know, high ticket webinars might be the most profitable thing to do, but they're also the most difficult thing to create. And, you know, you're right. Creating a webinar involves writing all the slides, the script, creating the offer, creating the registration, waiting room, webinar room pages, all of those, creating the registration and follow-up emails. And essentially, it's a full-time job for a whole team of copywriters, designers, webmasters, and marketers. So, you know, you're right. Creating a profitable webinar is really difficult. It's a hell of a lot of work. Now, of course, you can outsource it. And if you were to do that, it would cost you probably around about $50,000. And that is provided that you've got everything, including all of the offer, all ready and ready to be sort of inserted into a webinar. If you don't have that, then it's probably going to be costing you closer to $100,000 when you're starting with something and you're starting from scratch. And then there's a time factor on top of that. And you're looking at somewhere between 3 to 6 months of development before it's actually ready to show. So it's definitely not easy. And the other thing is, unfortunately, although high ticket webinar funnels are really great, they're basically unavailable to over 99% of the internet marketers out there, especially if you're just starting out. Until today, that is. And that's what I want to demonstrate for you in the next few minutes. I'm about to show you how to create a complete webinar funnel in less than a couple of minutes by piggybacking on the work produced by a full team of marketers, designers, and copywriters to create a high converting webinar and let you use it as if you had created it while earning $1,000 commissions passively and automatically without you doing any of the work. Now, does that sound good to you? Just put a yes in the chat box if it does. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. I can see plenty of yeses coming in. So let's move forward. So let me introduce to you now the twist that I'm referring to. And this is a really big one and involves the problem that no one wants to know about, and it solves it completely. So let's say you want to promote a webinar in order to earn the promised commissions. Now, here's what you can currently do with all of the webinars out there. Now, when you're, let me change the color of the pen to do this. There we go. Now, when you're accepted to promote any said webinar, and as I said to you, it's not a sure thing. What you actually get is an affiliate link. Okay, so let me put that up there. So you get an affiliate link, and this is an affiliate link that is unique to you. Okay, no one else has this link. Now, this link will then go to a registration page. Okay, so you're going to send people to a registration page. So people sign up then to watch the webinar. But unfortunately, this page, this webinar registration page, is actually owned by the seller. Okay, you don't actually own it at all. So in a nutshell, what you're basically doing is you're feeding the seller with a load of leads from your affiliate link. Okay. So all you're really doing is you're generating a ton of traffic for his program. And now, because you're going to be sending good traffic, chances are you're kind of sitting there rubbing your hands together because you know that some of that traffic, some of those leads are going to convert into buyers. So you send a ton of traffic. So all of these people, an absolute ton of them, you know, and we do send a lot of people, and so will you send a lot of people to an affiliate link. And in an attempt to make your commissions. Okay, so that's what you do. But the problem is let me just change the color of the pen again. Here, once you've sent all of these people to this affiliate link, you have no idea what happens to them next. Okay. Essentially, you're blind to whatever happens next, and you never get to see it because you can't track your traffic yourself. So you never know actually if you're going to make any money until the commission drops into your account. Or in fact, if the seller is actually running the webinar properly and with maximizing conversions in his mind, they should be sending your traffic that you've invited to his webinar, they should be sending it to a replay page as well. But with just an affiliate link, you don't know if that happens either. And there's something even worse that can happen. Let me just scroll this up a little bit more. Okay, so this is something that's even worse. And this is actually the main reason why we developed our own twist. Now, let me tell you how we lost almost 6 figures in commission from a webinar promotion, because this is what can happen too. Now, when you promote a webinar, you're going to be promoting a webinar with a lot of other people. A lot of other people are going to be promoting it too. And all of you have an affiliate link. So this is what can happen. Even though you send traffic to a webinar registration page from your link, they could have clicked someone else's link as well. And there's a very real possibility that if your traffic does that, they could get linked to the other affiliate and not you. And that means even though you've done all of the work, and maybe you've paid for that traffic as well, that any sales made from your traffic is credited to someone else, and you don't actually get to see a dime of that money. And believe me, that really hurts. Now, this is what happened to us during a major launch, and we lost around about 95 sales at $1,999 a pop, and we were on a 50% commission. So as an affiliate, you're going to be thinking, was the tracking of your link done properly? Did it track your traffic's movement through the entire funnel? And did it track at all? You just don't know. And that could be costing you a lot of money in lost commissions. And quite honestly, the risks go on. Now, I'm not saying that all the people who sell products through webinars are shady or anything like that, but it would be really nice to know yourself what your traffic is doing and to be able to see firsthand when a sale and commission is made. We think that that's only fair, really. So we never promote webinars through an affiliate link. We just don't do that anymore. What we do and what we've come up with is our own solution. And what that means is, with our solution, is that we control the complete webinar experience. Okay, so we know from the beginning to the end exactly what's happening with our traffic experience. Okay, all right. Now, it's the only way to really confidently manage things in a real business. And that's the only way to control everything, that you know it's going to be 100% accurate. And now we know that we control it because with our twist, this webinar is positioned as if it was ours, just like we created it, except of course we didn't create the webinar itself or the content or the offer. But it is the only way to be totally safe. So what you need to do is to be able to fully control the whole funnel and to make the most money. So now doing it this way means that, and this is what I'm going to show you, it means that when you send people to a registration page, let me just draw it out down here for you. Okay, so you've got a registration page there. This page is yours. Okay, now that's the important thing, because that means that you get to keep all of the leads, and these leads, as I said, are yours, and you can now email them as often as you want. Now, that also means that you send your traffic to a webinar room, which is also yours. Okay, you control the whole thing. So that means you know that people are in the room and you know that they're going to be tracked properly. You also know that those people are going to be sent to a replay page. Let me just put that at the top. So this is your replay page. Remember earlier on I said they need a replay. They get sent to a replay page, which, guess what, is also yours. All right, so you can see where we're going with all this. So you can send your leads to a limited time replay page that you control, and not to some obscure link which is usually not tracked properly or using any kind of tracking cookies. So you've no idea what's going on after that. And then finally, from there, you send the traffic when they want to buy, to a checkout page. So this is where you make your money and this is where people buy. And you send your prospects directly to a checkout page, which again is yours. Okay, now the checkout page is hosted by the payment processor and not the seller. And that way you know that everything right the way through the entire experience is controlled by you and it's 100% accurate. And everything, all of it, all of your links and everything is hard coded with your affiliate link. Okay, so through this entire run, everything is tracked and hard coded with your affiliate link. Okay, so let's just put affiliate link is there. It's also yours right through the entire system so that you know that it can't be hijacked. It can't lose its information and you get credited for the sale 100% of the time. There's no middleman at all. And you send your prospects to a checkout form straight away, just like as if you were selling your own product, except of course it's not your product. Now, with your own webinar funnel, and that's what we're talking about here, you control the whole process without any chance of a leak or at any point in the funnel. And your leads are always yours. And as your leads list is the most important, valuable asset, you don't want to dilute it or share it when it's not needed. So in other words, you need to protect your leads and your business. And by owning everything top to bottom, so this whole process, if you own all of that, okay, you're 100% guaranteed to be controlling and making sure that everything is 100% safe. So let me show you how this $1,000 commission webinar funnel works. And it's the exact same system that you're going to be able to get your hands on shortly. Now, this is how you can start earning $1,000 commissions just like us. So this is a demonstration. So it's going to take me a couple of minutes to do this. So let me just minimize this. So everything you need, the entire funnel is already installed and ready to go. And all we need to do is to launch it. So let me show you how easy it is to get your own webinar funnel set up. So here we are inside the iFunnels account. So we come over here to iFunnel Studio, and then from the drop down, we click on Create New Funnel. All right, now all we've got to do is just select the right funnel for us, and then we just simply install it. In fact, the system does that for you. So let me show you. So here we go, the 1K commission system. So we click on that. Here's the funnel itself. So this is an image of the funnel and all of its pages. So we click on that to highlight it. Scroll down to the bottom and click on Launch the Builder. Now the system is loading all of the pages into the editor. So it's now installing and ready for us then to publish and make it live. So we'll give it just a moment to do that. All right. And so here we go. These are all of the pages that you now have complete control of. So over here on the left-hand side, when you click on pages, we've now got the index page, which is actually your registration page. So that's this page right here. We've got a webinar waiting room, and we've got the webinar page itself, and we've got a replay page and all of the legal pages as well. Now you control all of these pages. So this is what happens, okay? So when you send traffic to this page, your registration page, you're going to collect all of the leads of the registrants when they actually attend, okay? And what happens for you next is on complete autopilot, and the system does it all for you. Now, all of the leads that you collect when they register will be automatically added to a specific email sequence that will automatically follow up and stay in touch with the leads for you once they register. Now, there'll be automatic reminders sending them back to the webinar room. And over the course of 2 weeks, we're going to be sending them high value content, and we're going to get them to watch the replay and to take action with a built-in time limit. So they've got a limited amount of time to actually purchase the offer. And that's what happens on autopilot just by sending people to your registration page. So what happens then is when someone registered, now down here, they click on that button. I'm going to show you a live version of this shortly. A registration box will pop up. When they fill in their details, they are then redirected to the webinar waiting room. All right, so here it is. So this is the webinar waiting room, and here they kind of get warmed up and they're given some time to prepare. So as you can see, we've got a countdown timer on here. As you can see, it's counting down for us. There's a little bit of information about JP and myself on here as well. So we're giving them time to kind of get ready for this whole webinar experience. Okay, now here again, all of this is completely automated for you, and they'll be redirected to the webinar room the moment that this countdown timer hits 0. So let me just show you the webinar room. So imagine this has gone down to 0. They are then automatically redirected to the webinar room itself. So they go to this page. So this is a simulated live webinar room. Okay, there it is, where the webinar automatically starts with live chat just here and a box of attendees up here on the right hand side. Now, of course, this call to action button right here to join the program appears exactly at the time when the offer is introduced during the webinar, so that there's no distraction and a live experience is fully recreated. Now, this call to action button just here has got our unique hard-coded affiliate link in it that goes straight to the payment processor. So there's no possibility for anyone else to get credit for the sale. Now, what happens though, if and when someone leaves the page or loses connection, because, you know, sometimes that happens, well, when they come back, they'll join the session and resume it at the exact point it would be in a real live webinar, just so they can continue with the live experience. All right, so once that's happened, the email follow-up sequence then kicks in, and you're going to be able to send your registrants to a replay page and to a special offer page, just like this one. So let me just show you that. This is the replay page. Here we go. Okay, so the replay page, on the replay page, if we scroll down a little bit, here we go. On this call to action button right here, it's also hard coded with your custom checkout link, so you get credited for the sale 100% of the time. So now you can see why our twist on promoting high ticket webinars is so powerful, and how it secures the way that you can earn $1,000 commissions easily without all the risks and errors, by controlling everything yourself. And as you saw, all it took was just a couple of minutes to load it. Now all you've got to do now to have your own funnel is to publish it. So let's do that right now, and this is going to take about 30 seconds on top of that to do. So we click upload, we come across here, I'm going to launch it onto that domain name right there. I'm going to call this the 1K webinar funnel, or 1KWF for short. You can call it whatever you like as well. And then we're going to hit the publish button. So publishing it now, and the system is now loading all of the pages onto this domain name right here. And this is what's going to give us that unique link that we're going to be sending all of the traffic to, which will take us straight to the registration page. So I'm going to show it to you live in just a few seconds. Okay, it's done. There it is. So that's the URL. That's our specific unique link. So let me just open that in a new tab so you can see exactly what it looks like. All right, so here it is live, and this funnel is going to work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't need any rest, and it just needs traffic. Okay, so as you can see, this is the registration page. So what actually happens when you send traffic? What do? So they read through the page, and then they want to sign up for the webinar. So they click on here, yes, sign me up, and this box appears. So now all they need to do is to type in an email address. So let me just put one in here. That's good. And my name. So let's just put Paul. And then you click on secure my seat. Now, that registration is now being completed in the back end, and that email address is being added to your leads list with my name. And as you can see, they are redirected to the webinar waiting room right here. So now they're kind of getting warmed up, and they're just waiting for this countdown timer to go to 0. When it gets to 0, they go automatically and immediately to the webinar room. All right, so let's just go there now. So let me just type that in here so we can go to it. So let's go webinar. There we go. So let's just open the webinar room. So once that countdown timer has gone down to 0, they come straight to this webinar room itself. Okay. All right, so here it is. This is the webinar room itself. As you can see, we've got a list of attendees. Notice how the call to action button hasn't appeared here. Remember, it only appears at the time when it's actually relevant, at the time when we introduce the offer. Okay, so we've got the webinar here, so they just click play, and then we've got messages down here, so they just type in the message and hit send. So it's kind of a real live or simulated live experience. And then this funnel works for you, as I said, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All right. So now then, remember, they've registered, they've been through the waiting room. They're now in the webinar room itself, and your email sequence is now starting to send out to all of your attendees. Okay. So all of the people who have registered. And in those emails, we're going to be sending them to the replay room. So just let me show you the replay room as well, so you can see it. So let's just type that in there. Okay, replay. There we go. All right, and let's hit enter. Okay, and here it is. So this is the replay room. So now all of the attendees can come to this page. They can watch the webinar again. And down here, here's the call to action button, which again, remember, has got your hard-coded affiliate link embedded into that link that takes you straight to your checkout page. Okay, so you're guaranteed 100% of the time to get credited with any sales that you make. All right, so now hopefully you can see that this is a real game changer, right? And now you might be wondering how this relates to you and how you can do the same. Well, that's what I'm about to cover now. I'm going to show you how you can do exactly what I've just done, exactly what I did, and how you can have your own complete webinar funnel ready to go in less than a couple of minutes with all the bells and whistles that I've just shown you and an awful lot more as well. And remember this, okay? To make 6 figures a year, you only need 9 sales a month. Just 9. That's all. All right. And once you've got your own webinar funnel, you just keep sending traffic to it. And the funnel does all the communication with the people who register for you and watch your webinar, and it makes all of the sales for you. It automatically turns as many people as possible into raving customers for you on autopilot. Okay. So that's the demonstration. I just needed you to see that so you can see how powerful that is. So now let's go back to the slides and we'll finish this off. So stay with me and let me just go back to the slides. What we've decided to do is to do something really, let me just move myself again, guys. Sorry. Let me just move myself up here, is to offer something that nobody else is actually offering at all. Okay. No one else is offering this, and what I'd like to do is to kind of talk you through it. What I'd like to introduce to you is our iFunnels business program, okay? And it is everything, all right? Absolutely everything that you need to be successful online, and it is all done for you. So you get access to the training, the coaching programs, the support, the tools, the ready-made content, the traffic, and a community of like-minded online entrepreneurs. Okay, you actually have access to JP and I as well directly if you want to. So we are here to help. So I'd like to go through this with you, if I may. So we'll build your $1,000 commission funnel for you. Okay, so we're going to build your business for you. And inside of that, we'll have your affiliate links in there, and all your affiliate links will be embedded everywhere in your landing pages, in your email sequence as well. So you haven't got to do anything with that. We set up all the follow-up emails, as I said, with your affiliate links in them, and everything is customized. So it's yours effectively. And all of the subscribers that you get are your subscribers as well. All right. So it's all yours effectively. You get the whole lot. Then on top of that, you get private access to our high ticket partner program where you can earn that $1,000 commissions. And we've got more in there as well. Okay. That are offering high ticket affiliate commissions of between $500 and $1,000. And in some cases, there's a couple more in there that is a lot more. So on multiple programs, not just that one that I showed you. You're going to get that one anyway, but you can have access to all of the others as well. So that's a total value of $5,550. And as I said, any of the money that you make in the sales is yours. You get 100% of the commissions. And this is the sort of thing that can make money for years to come. It's actually worth an awful lot more than $5,500. I'm sure you'll agree. So what I'm saying is we're going to build your business for you. So what that means is you're going to need to have access to iFunnels, that platform that I've just showed you. You can kind of see it in the background right there. Okay, so you're going to need to have access to our iFunnels platform. So whilst we're building your business for you, you can expand on it with all of the new knowledge that you're going to have from us, because inside your iFunnels account, and I mentioned this a moment ago when I was building the funnel itself, that we've got over 300 completed funnels in the background, or in the back end, I should say, that you can choose from. Okay. And we've got months of autoresponders, email sequences already done for you. And as you saw, it's literally just a couple of clicks and it's all done. And once you've done it once, it will take you 2 minutes at the max to create a new funnel. So it's very, very quick. So That's really, really important. And that's going to save you 2,300, if that moves out from there, $2,388 for 12 months. And it's a huge saving. So in fact, everything completed is going to save you well over $4,000 a year. And I'm going to show you that and why that is in a moment. Because all of these things that you will need when you start an online business, and you do need these, you're going to be able to get rid of them. You're going to save yourself. So if you've got them right now, you can think about getting rid of these. So you can get rid of your landing page builder, don't need it anymore. Get rid of your autoresponder, don't need that anymore. Split testing software, behavioral automation, hosting, email validation, and get rid of all of that. You'll also save on things like WordPress, professional plugins, professional things and things like that, and all the updates that goes on with WordPress. You can get rid of that. You can get rid of any mobile opt-in software that you've got, SMS opt-in software, programmers, designers, and webmasters. All of that can just go because everything is in iFunnels, and that's what we wanted. We actually built iFunnels for ourselves. So it does everything that we want it to do, and that's absolutely key. So it can do all of that for you as well. So you're going to save yourself, as you can see, $4,128 a year. That's just under $5,000 a year, plus all of these other things as well. And the other thing as well that we want to do, iFunnels as a platform is growing in terms of the number of modules that you've got. Yes, there's a landing page builder, there's a website builder, there is email validation in there, there's an autoresponder in there. There's everything that you need right now to build a profitable business. But you're also going to get any and all of the new modules that we're going to be adding in later on. And this year we're adding in things like iPay, iDeliver, push notification. There's an awful lot coming out. Okay. So we've got a lot. So we're going to be building all of those things in as well. All are designed really for marketers by marketers, because we know that these things work. So it kind of makes sense to have them in the platforms. You get all of that. All right, so you're going to get all of that, first of all, saving that much money, $4,000, almost $5,000. So you're going to have free access to iFunnels. It really is kind of, I suppose, the all-in-one solution. That's the thing that I want you to think about. You just actually don't need anything else. Okay, now I was talking to one of our members the other day, and he didn't realize that sort of everything was sort of included, and he was still spending money on landing page software and autoresponders and things like that. But once he realized what he'd got inside of iFunnels, he managed to cancel all of that and saved himself almost $2,000 a year immediately. And he just didn't even know that this kind of solution existed. Well, it does. It's in iFunnels. So you get absolutely everything. So here's what we're going to get. So you get iFunnels, okay, the platform. You're going to get completely free access to all of the modules, the ones that we've got now and any of the future ones. That's a total value of $2,388 dollars, rather, as you can see on the screen. Now, other things that you're going to get as well, this is important stuff, is you're going to have access to JP&I, okay, with our weekly, because I do them weekly now, I do them on a Wednesday, live Q&A sessions. We absolutely love doing these. These are great fun. So we answer all of your questions about your marketing, our marketing, what we're looking at, what we're doing, the future. We talk about everything really. So we can do campaign critiques, and we can talk about advertising and all that sort of marketing effectively. So it's a question and answer session where we show everything. We talk about what we're doing, and right now I'm talking about search engine optimization. So I'm talking about free traffic as well, which we mentioned earlier before, and how to do it the right way. So you get all of that stuff. So we talk about that every single week, and there's no rush for these. JP and I, we absolutely love doing these. They quite often go over an hour, which is fine, because they're great fun to do. So you'll have access to us, and you can ask us anything that's related to marketing on those sessions, and it's live. So that's the first one. Then on top of that, you're going to get monthly advanced training as well to kind of push your knowledge way beyond that of the average online marketer. You're going to be streets ahead of them. So you're going to be pretty much become an online marketing expert. In fact, you're going to know pretty much everything that JP and I know. So we're going to talk about and show you how to write top quality emails. We'll talk about email psychology and all of that sort of stuff. We'll talk about email structuring, and we'll show you effectively what the top email copywriters do. So you can write your own emails if you want to. You don't have to, because they're already they're available for you in the back end, but it's really good knowledge to have. Okay, so we talk about that. We talk about PayPal and how to protect your accounts. We talk about sales letter copywriting, and free traffic training, and an absolute ton of other stuff as well. So you get all of that. That's a total value of $2,364 a year. And on top of that, we did this program a while, not too long ago. I think it was about 6-7 months ago that we did this. Maybe actually it was probably about a year ago now, thinking about the time. But this is our Platinum Traffic Generation Coaching Program, and we showed you on this course how JP and I drive traffic to our landing pages. Okay, so we talk about everything over 8 weeks of how we drive millions of visitors to our landing pages, okay, to our painkiller pages. So we go through absolutely everything, and you'll have access to that and all of the training sessions that are on there. So you can do all of those as well and just copy that training as well. So effectively you'll become a kind of a traffic generation master as well, which is really good. That's a total value of $2,500. Okay, and when you are, an interesting sort of byproduct of that, really, or side effect, if you like, is that when you are sending thousands and thousands of people, tens or hundreds of thousands of people to your painkiller landing pages, other people are going to want to know how on earth you're doing it. Okay, and you just simply smile and send them to your $1,000 commission landing page. They join and you get $1,000. Thank you very much. That's how it works. Okay, it's very, very simple. You're also going to be invited to join our private Facebook group. This is where we post a lot of our sort of more training content in there as well. And we answer other questions. And we kind of keep you up to date with everything that's going on that's important regarding online marketing that certainly could affect your business. So, the Facebook group is very active. We're in there all the time. So you've got an opportunity to talk to us as well in the Facebook group if you wanted to. So here's what we're going to get. So we'll do a little bit of a summary here. So you're going to have access to the iFunnels platform, $2,388 value. You're going to have access to JP and I on our Q&A sessions. We love these. They're great sessions. We have such a laugh doing them. It's so fun. They're really good. And it takes, what I like about them is, if you're sat on a webinar, you're on doing some kind of training, they can feel really heavy and hard work. We kind of lighten the load an awful lot with that. And these are great fun to do. And everybody really loves them and enjoys them. So that's really good. So you get that, and you get the monthly advanced training. That's $2,364 value, and access to the traffic generation coaching program as well. JP and I went through that, and I think there's about 16 training videos on that, maybe a few more, can't remember, but there's a lot. You get everything that you need to learn to know about driving traffic, I assure you. So that's a $2,500 value, and then access, and then access to our private Facebook group as well, which is another $588 value. So that's $9,028 in total. All right, so that's all of that. So you get all of that whilst we're building your high ticket $1,000 commission business funnel for you, sending traffic to it and getting you leads and making you sales. Okay, and remember, you only need 9 sales a month to have a 6-figure a year business. So we're going to start doing that for you and with you. Okay, that's the important thing. So we're going to create and build your business for you. We'll build your $1,000 commission funnel out for you and send the traffic whilst you're learning how to run and expand your business through all of this stuff that you can see on the screen right there. Okay, so 9 sales a month is all you need. And guys, let me just say right now, no one anywhere is doing what we're doing. All right, so that's a fact. So this is it. So if you add then that $5,500 value for us to create and set up your business, and for us to send traffic as well, okay, don't forget we're going to do that. That is a total value of $14,528. And how many of you guys remember that figure from earlier on when I was talking about that? Okay, so because that's how we began the workshop, with that figure there, that $14,528. So if you have that, you can have the online business that you've always wanted. I know without a shadow of a doubt that you can have a profitable online business. Absolutely. I know that you can do that because we'll build it for you. We can build it for you. And it's the same business model that we use, and it works. It's as simple as that. Now, obviously, we're not going to be charging you $14,528. or anywhere near that actually. But let me ask you a question. If we did charge you $14,528, and if all of this did was to finally give you the profitable business that no one else can offer, would it be worth it? Well, I think the answer to that is pretty obvious. The answer is yes. And I don't think there's anybody on this workshop right now who wouldn't think that it would be worth it. And if all this did was to give you access to JP and I, two seven-figure marketers, to talk to us and to learn from us, and it gave you access to a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, again, would it be worth it? Well, yeah, of course it would. Absolutely. And if all this did was to give you the ability to cancel all of the monthly tools that you're currently using, if you are using them, or the ones that you would have to use if you were to do this on your own, which you would then need to stitch it all together and crowbar it together, actually, in a lot of cases, to try and get your business to work. So your landing page build, your autoresponding, the hosting, and all of them, and all of that kind of stuff. And you managed to get rid of all of that right now and have everything that you needed under one roof. Again, would it be worth it? Well, yeah, of course, yeah, it would. Absolutely. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, the average iFunnels member saves nearly $5,000 a year. But the reality of it is if you do what I said, what we've talked about during today's session, if you do that, iFunnels should actually never cost you a penny. It really shouldn't, because you should be in continuous profit. Okay. Now, what we wanted to do, or rather what we didn't want to do, let me move myself down a little bit, is we didn't want to give you any reason not to build a profitable online business, because we know that you're capable of it. That's absolutely true. We just wanted to make sure that you have all the tools, the training, the traffic, and the support that you need. In short, you need an online business jumpstart, and that's what we're offering, really. You need a way to kind of hit the ground running, if you like. And that's exactly why we built and designed this business program. Because really, at the end of the day, going through everything that we've already been through, what else do you actually need? This works for people who have got the right mindset. Now, this is really important because, and guys, remember this is a business. Okay. This is not a hobby. If you want to run this as a hobby, you're more than welcome to, of course, but you'll only ever get hobby money. This is a real solid business. Okay. And it has to be run that way. It's really important. Okay. But of course, if you've got that mindset, then, and you're serious about doing it and wanting it, then, you've got an opportunity right here to have that. So who is this actually for? So as I said, guys, we are building a real business. Okay. It is a business. It's a real business. As I said, this is not a hobby. And as I said, if you want to make it a hobby, you'll get hobby money. Absolutely. You can. But to have a real business, you need to have a real business mindset. So this is for people who want success. It's absolutely vital that you have that. So this is for people who are driven, dedicated, ambitious, coachable, willing to invest in themselves and their future, and willing to do what's necessary to achieve their results. That's exactly what it says right there on the screen. And it's really important that you do that. And if this is you, then we want to work with you. We can do everything for you to build your business, and we'll work with you whilst that's happening to kind of teach you what we know, so that you know absolutely everything and you can continue to grow your business and make more money. And you need to understand that in order for us to actually do that, for you to have this kind of unparalleled access to us, really, there is an investment in yourself, there is an investment in your business and in your future. Okay. So that being said, you're probably now wondering, okay, what's this going to cost? Because if I'd heard that, that's exactly what I'd be thinking. Now, let me just kind of go through exactly what you're going to get. I'll just move myself up again. There we go. So you get iFunnels for a year. Okay. You have access to that. You've got access to JP and I with the weekly, it says bi-weekly on there, but I'm doing them weekly right now, which is really great. I love them so much. So there's the weekly Q&A sessions when we can talk to each other straight away. You'll have the monthly advanced training sessions, the traffic generation coaching program, access to our private Facebook group. And then if you add the value of the $1,000 commission funnel that we build for you and get everything done, that's a total value of $14,528. Okay. So, as you can probably imagine, really, then for us to build your business for you, there is a huge time commitment from us to get your business working. And with the kind of huge returns that you can get, then I'm sure that you could probably see why that $5,000 is a great deal, right? Yeah, absolutely it would. But we're not going to charge you that, of course, right now. Let's get to it. So today, our post-workshop price to iFunnels Business Program to give you access to everything that you've just seen is $2,999 plus $299 per month. Okay, that's what's going to happen after this webinar. Those are the prices. But right now on today's workshop, for you guys who are willing to take fast action, and guys, let me just say, it's people who take the fast action. They're the successful people, the action takers. Those are the guys that have what it takes to be successful online. So for you guys, okay, we're going to give you $1,000 commission and get rid of the monthly fee for the first 12 months. There we go. Let me just remove myself once more time. There we go. So today, to join our business program, it's $1,999. Okay, that's what it is today. And there's no monthly fee to pay for 12 months. Okay, so that's it. That's a locked in webinar price or workshop price. That is it, what it is today. So what happens then after the 12 months? So right now, you know, if you're wanting to get started straight away, there is the URL to go to right now, https get.ifunnels.com. Okay, go there, come and join us straight away. So that's where you'll need to go. I'll repeat that again shortly. But what happens then after the 12 months? Normally, what would happen after 12 months is the monthly fee would be $299 a month. But again, as an incentive for you guys, you fast action takers today, and only today on this workshop now, we're going to slash that in half, give you a 50% discount. So after 12 months, you've got no monthly fee to pay for the first 12 months. After the 12 months, it's $149 a month after that. But remember what I said, 9 sales a month. Okay, that's all you need to do. iFunnels should never cost you a penny. And if you do what we've been talking about over the last hour or so, then that's exactly what will happen. Okay, you won't have to pay a penny towards it. It works every single time. It's really good. So that's what happens after the 12 months. Then you got a 50% discount of $149 a month. That's the URL again. Go there right now, get.ifunnels.com. All right. So that's it. So let me just go over again exactly what you're going to get. So we're going to build your $1,000 commission funnels for you. So we're going to start. You're going to hit the ground running. We're going to build this business for you. So we'll do the whole thing, get it up and running, sending traffic. You'll start building your list. You'll start your emails going out, and we'll do that for you so it's up and running. So everything will have your affiliate links in there. So that's point 2 right here. We get the traffic for you and send it to your Painkiller page. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we set up and send all of the follow-up emails as well that have got your affiliate links embedded in them, not ours. They're your affiliate links. All of the subscribers that we get for you are your subscribers. Here's the beauty of that. You can send them, as I said to you, wherever you like. So if you've got people who are joining your Make Money Online list, because that's effectively what it is, to start with, you can get people joining all sorts of different niches. You know, maybe you've got people who are interested in health and fitness and things like that. You can build lists around those as well. But my point is you can create and build lists in any niche and send them to anywhere you like, any landing pages. So you're not fixed and stuck with one thing. It's massively flexible. And that's kind of part of the training that we go through with you. So we show you how to do all of that. And whilst that's happening, you get to keep a 100% of any of the sales money. All of the commissions is yours. So if those aren't reasons enough for you to join, why else should you join today as well? So now, as I've already said, you get absolutely everything that you need to start. But beyond that, we want you to have sort of high quality and high value franchise, reseller and giveaway products as well. So we're going to give you licenses to some of our best products that you can use as giveaway and additional sales materials as well. So we're going to give you an opportunity to offer real value to your subscribers. You know, you'll see it in a moment. It's real value. So what the effect of that is, it actually attracts more people and it grows your business more quickly. And nothing actually does that faster than being able to provide quality. So that's really important. Okay, so we've got some fast action power bonuses. All right, so there's the link right there, get.ifunnels.com. Come and join us. But let me go through these with you right now. This is done over a couple of parts. So this is part 1, okay, of the fast action bonuses. So what I want you to do right now is to kind of forget the cheesy 5-page reports that most people, let me just move myself again, that most people use to kind of give away to build their list. This is not that. This is total and true quality, okay? So what happens is, this is the first fast action bonus. You get to give away a lifetime access to affiliate funnels, okay? Affiliate Funnels is an enterprise grade affiliate marketing platform, and it's valued at $1,999. And you get absolutely everything that you need to attract people to your list. So you get the video opt-in page, you get thank you pages, you get the coupon that they will need to actually start using Affiliate Funnels. So they get all of that as well. And you get a giveaway license to that. All right, so you can give that away for free to get people on your list. This is the second one right here. So you can give this away as well, which is access to our Success Turning Point course. JP and I really enjoy creating this. This is a really good course. It's absolutely brilliant. And again, it comes with absolutely everything that you need. Video opt-in page, thank you page. You can see right there on the screen exactly what it is. And so so with these two bonus products immediately, you can give these away, and they're practically irresistible, if I'm honest. And you get 100% exclusivity and unrestricted licenses to these. So you can use these to generate as many leads as you want. Okay, so that's kind of part one. The second part, these are truly amazing products that you can sell unlimited copies of, and for life, actually. All right, so this is the first one. So you get a reseller license to our flagship affiliate marketing course. This is so good, so good. And this is a $997 value right there. Plus you're going to get a $697 franchise license to the Affiliate Profit Masterclass webinar course as well. So these are really good courses. And I think you probably agree right now is that JP and I teach stuff that most people don't. Okay, so all of that provides some really sort of light bulb moment stuff. So this is absolute quality. All right, so you get to sell these, as many of them as you like as well, and we'll talk you through all those and prices and all that sort of good stuff as well. So, you haven't got to figure this stuff out yourself. We'll help you with it. You're going to get, this is the fast action bonus number 3. So you get $997 value license to our flagship list building video course. Now, we were actually in two minds about this one. Because it is so good. I mean, it is really a truly fantastic course, but we thought, well, it kind of makes sense really, because we talk an awful lot about list building. It's kind of our primary thing to do in our business really. So it kind of makes sense for you to be able to sell that on and make some more money like that. So we've added that in there as well. So you get that. Facebook. All right. So everyone's heard of Facebook and Facebook advertising and all that sort of stuff. So this is the Facebook on demand Facebook traffic guide. All right. So you can resell this as your own, and it comes with a lead magnet with 3 products of their own as upsells as well. So all of that is put into place for you, and we can show you how it works and where you get the traffic from and all that sort of stuff as well. So it kind of complements the whole thing. It's really good in that respect. And finally, this is the You'll Get Healthy with Paleo video course. And like all of the others, it comes with absolutely everything that you need to make the sale. And of course, again, you get to keep all of the money. So you've got some really high quality products to give away to people to build your lists. And you've got licenses to products to sell to them as well. All right, so you get all of that. Now, one of the things that is proven to increase sales is the ability to offer your buyers bonuses. Okay, bonuses they're ideal for sweetening the deal, and they kind of persuade people who are sitting on the fence to buy from you. So part 3 then of that is your opportunity then to be able to offer bonuses to your subscribers by giving away access. Exclusive access to high value products as bonuses. All right, so you're going to be able to do all of that. So you're going to get a master franchise to our complete set of bonuses, and that's worth $17,000. What is it? $17,046 right there. So that's absolutely huge. So you'll have stuff that you can use to give away to build your list. You've got products that you can sell as your own and keep the money. And then for those who are sitting on the fence, you can add those bonus sweeteners in there, and they work a treat. So a very simple process. And we'll build all of that with you, so you have all of that up and running. So it's really good. So what I'm saying to you then is, now we're kind of rounding all of this off, is that we're taking you way beyond getting your business started. Okay, way beyond that. So you're absolutely going to have everything that you really need. So here's the link right here, down here, getifunnels.com. Okay, so jump across there and come and join us. Paste that link into the browser and come and join us. It'll be really good to have you with us. Okay, but we're not quite done yet. We've got a couple of other things that we want to talk about as well. Oh, I need to move myself back up again. Let me move back up the top. As I said, as you can see on the screen, we're not quite done yet. We want to make sure that you have sort of new funnels to work with every month, because once you've built your funnel once, you're going to know how to build funnels in minutes. As I showed you earlier on, it's just a few clicks. It's very, very simple. So you will have access to, and you'll have new funnels every month that are information products, so info funnels. You'll have ecom products, so ecom funnels. So you're going to get a new funnel each month. And if there is a funnel of a product that you would like to promote, that you would like to see built, let us know. We'll build it. So you'll also have on-demand funnels as well. So you can have all of that. All right. So that's something that we wanted to do. So we just kind of keep everything going and everything rolling. All right. So on top of that, we're going to add in ready-made email sequences for you every month as well. All right. Now, as communication, and I said this earlier on, is absolutely key to your success online. You're going to get a ton of professionally written email sequences loaded into your account. So you don't have to write a word if you didn't want to. You're going to get the training to know how they're structured and how they work and why they work, but you don't have to write them if you don't want them. You're going to get them every single month as well. Now, because a lot of people actually dread the idea of writing emails, so we've done that for you as well. So you'll have sequences in different niches and a new sequence added every single month. All right. So right now we've got over 100 sequences already built in. So you'll have 100 sequences in your account already done for you so that you can use them straight away. Okay. And last but not least, what we wanted to do was to future-proof your business. All right. So I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier on. So we'll add all of everything that you can see on the screen right there. So you'll have new info products, new affiliate campaigns, you'll have email sequences, you'll have high ticket funnels, webinar funnels, and everything on all of that. And all of that's kind of built into your iFunnels account immediately. But we wanted to future proof it. And so what we're going to do is any and all of the future iFunnel updates and new modules, you're going to get those completely free added to your account. Okay, so I mentioned iDeliver and iPay rather, and a number of other modules that we've got coming on stream very, very soon. They're just going to be added to your account so you can use those. And of course, you'll get training on all of those, which we can work with on the Q&A sessions and all of that sort of stuff as well. So it's an ideal opportunity because, I suppose we wanted you to succeed, and we know that you can do it, that you actually can succeed. So what we wanted to do was to be able to provide absolutely everything that you needed. So there's no excuse for you not to succeed, actually. So you get all of the tools, all of the training, all of the modules. You get traffic. We'll teach you how to get more traffic. You get all the support that you need. And of course, you're going to get the jump start with your business up and running as well. And so you get all of that with iFunnels. Absolutely. Okay. So there is no excuses for you not to want to join. So there's the link right down there. getifunnels.com. Come and join us. It will be so nice to welcome you to the group. So nice to talk to you on the Q&A sessions and to help you build the business, a successful and profitable business that we know that you can have, because everything that we've just gone through, or that I've gone through over the last hour or so, is exactly what we do. And we know that it works. All right, guys, listen, that's it from me today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I've really enjoyed myself today. So again, thanks very much. I know I hope to see you in the group and as they're on the live Q&A sessions with us. And I really love and look forward to and hope to speak to you as a new member of iFunnels. There's the link down there, getifunnels.com. Put that into the browser, come and join us, and I'll be hopefully speaking to you very soon. That's it. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thanks very much, and bye for now.